So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through the site as we go along. We're going to start here on the right with a diagram of our site. This block here on the right will be the cooperage, and then this larger portion is where we're building the buildings. Then moving on, we're going to walk towards building number 1. This big plot here, that's the cooperage. Now, mind the truck, obviously. We don't want to get run over. And this would be the entrance to building 1, where visitors are first going to experience what it is that we're doing. So this would be a reception area, and visitors can look through these windows and see the 4 different maturation zones that we have. So that first one is zone 1, this is zone 2, and then you can see here the height of the ceilings, they're 13 meters high, and then into a slightly larger area where visitors can see all 4 zones from one spot. So this is zone 4, and just here we have zone 3, and essentially what we're doing here is we've got these massive ceilings because what they do is they actually act as passive cooling. So warm air rises, very, very simple science. Now, skipping on, we're going to carry on down here. This big empty space here on the left, this is where building 2 will go. We'll start building this next year. To the right of us is still the cooperage plot. Now we're going to come up to building 3. And building 3 is where we have this beautiful wall here with everybody's names, people that have supported our project. There's some investors and some people that are just keen whiskey lovers. We'll get a closer look at that later. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to actually go inside. And this is where a lot of the magic will happen. This will be the mashing, the malting will be above us on the 2 floors above. The corner section there in the white that's concreted off, that would be a mill. And then you can start to see this mezzanine floor. This is where visitors will be able to look in and see what's going on. Right here, we've got a hole that goes all the way through the roof, and it goes through all 3 floors above us, because that will actually be a chimney for the mash tun. And the mash tun will be directly where I'm standing as I make this video. We've got some sections at the back there for generators and things like this, but you can see those windows. That would be the visitors area mezzanine. There's a bit over there on the right for events, and the section on the left will also be event space, but additionally space for a laboratory for growing yeast. And here you go, we've already got a visitor. There's obviously lots of wildlife in the location that we're in, and they're getting more and more confident every day, and they're dropping in to say hello. Right, back to the wall with all the names. So this would be as a visitor experience as they walk up the stairs. They will come in here to this mezzanine level, windows in front so they can look in and see what's going on down below. So there's full transparency and everybody can see everything that we do, but it keeps them on the mezzanine floor for safety. You don't want anybody getting up close to machinery that's, you know, hot and dangerous and heavy. So that's another view from this kind of event space. And obviously through the windows, we can see building 1 where we were just previously. Now going back out, we're going to take a look at the other side of this mezzanine floor, and you'll be able to see not only a bit more space, but where we'll partition it so that we can have a laboratory on this floor as well. So we will basically match the other side. So from this pillar here on the left, that's where we'll build a wall, and you see it can match the other side. So all of this space in front of us would be the equivalent of the laboratory. Okay, and now we're going up to the 2nd floor. And if you look through this window, this is the visitor's experience to be able to look out and see where we malt grains on the floor. So again, building on the transparency so that everybody can see everything. But this is just one of the malting floors. And as we go through this door, you'll see a 2nd malting floor. Again, the same size as the one you've just seen. Just on the left over there will be 2 goods elevators. And then where it gets quite interesting is once the grain is malted, we'll bring it around here on the right, And in this room, we'll have two roasters, excuse my hand. We'll have two big roasters either side, left and right. And then the grains will actually go down this chute hole. It's an 8-meter drop to the floor below. And that's where we'll actually mill the grains. So going back out again, you can see this is the floor above. So it's exactly the same as the floor below. So this would be the third floor. We're not going to look around it because it just looks the same as the floor below. This is the fourth floor, and this is where it gets interesting because we've cut off the left and the right hand side of this building to lay out gardens essentially. And then this open space here will be for storage, for dry goods, for bottles, labels, boxes, etc., etc. And here we'll have an exit so that again, all of this area will be gardens, a mixture of plants and grass and some little ponds and things to make it all look beautiful. And then we've got some stairs. So these stairs, we'll go up them now and you'll see that we've got a beautiful space up there, which we will eventually use for events. So this will be an area for tastings and barbecues. There'll be a little section to the left of the building on the roof. That will be where the barbecue equipment will be. And then this little building here is actually going to be a whiskey bar. So we'll lay it out with some air conditioning and some sofas, and you'll be able to see. We'll go inside and take a quick look. So there you go. It's just big enough for, you know, half a dozen comfy chairs and somewhere nice to drink. What we're going to do now is we're going to go into the still house. This is building 4. Obviously, I want to try and keep this video as short as possible so none of you guys get bored. But this will be the open plan area where the stills are. We've got windows there on the right, up and below. And those, once again, are for the visitor's experience. This is the tunnel that goes through to the other building. So all of the pipe work, bringing in the fermented wash so that it can go straight to the stills. And then we've got 2 small bottling areas. This is VIP bottling for people that own their own casks. And then this room here, this will be a slightly bigger room, and this will be for bottling the premium product. But again, as you can see, it's 13-meter high ceilings. This open plan area here is about 1,000 square meters. So you can start to appreciate the scale. As a bit of a fun fact, 80% of the Scotch whisky distilleries in Scotland would all fit in just this building. So this out here would be where the visitors come in, reception area, and then we've got stairs either side to take them up to the next level to be able to look in and see absolutely everything.